The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 160 of Time to BS with me, Staniel Smooth. How you guys doing? Figured I'd do another one of these to close out the year. It's been a few days, but might as well have ourselves a good time now, shall we? I am wearing a Seahawks hoodie because I can. I'm also drinking an Angry Orchard because I can. Who the hell cares? We're here to have a good time now, aren't we? Let's pray to God that my cat doesn't knock over this drink, because I will then have a massive, and I repeat, massive fit, if that is the case of what happens. So, yay. How you guys all doing today? It's Christmas Eve, December 24th, 2024. I almost said 2022. Good God, man. If you're a Jet fan, this is not a good Christmas for you. You're screwed. You're essentially screwed again. And you know what? It is your own damn fault. It's your own damn fault. And I don't blame you. Yeah, you're essentially screwed. Sorry, I had to play the audio back from the streaming, so I get to hear back from everything. So if you hear an echo, screw you. I don't really care either way. I just want to have a good time with this. But yeah, you Jet fans are fucked. Jet fans are fucked. Listen. You didn't have a quarterback with Sam Darnold. Well, if you want to go back even further, you didn't have a quarterback with Geno Smith. Look how that turned out. You didn't have a quarterback with Sam Darnold. Look how that turned out. You thought you had the guy in Sam Darnold. Look how that turned out. You thought you had the guy in Zach Wilson. Dude has completely lost the locker room. And for the first time in a long time, Jet fans, you can definitively say this was not the coach's fault. This wasn't Todd Bowles. This wasn't Adam Gase. This wasn't Rex Ryan. Hell, this wasn't Eric Mangini. This was not Robert Saleh's fault. This is all Zach Wilson's fault. And reports are surfacing out right now that Zach Wilson is going to get moved via trade or straight up get released. The dude can't play. The dude straight up cannot play to save his life. And you know what? It is your own stinking fault. This is what happens when you hype up a guy. Well, excuse me. When ESPN hypes up a guy for 6 months for the NFL draft, and he does this. Who was the last guy that did that to? Josh Rosen. They did this with Josh Rosen. They did this with Baker Mayfield. They did this with Sam Darnold. Every stinking time. Every time. So, and now the Bears look like fucking geniuses for taking Justin Fields. And you know what, Jet fans? You deserve it. You definitely do. You absolutely deserve all of this. This is what you get for your own stupidity and hyping up this stupid quarterback. First, it was Darnold for seeing ghosts. Now, it's Zach Wilson for being a MILF hunter. And you know what? This is what you get. This is what you get, guys. This is what you get. This is absolutely 100% what you get. You still do not have a quarterback, and this time it's worse than ever. You actually have a chance to be a playoff team, and you're fucked. Actually, not entirely, because you could realistically beat the Seahawks. Which we'll get to that shit show in a moment. But if you're the Jets, what do? Well, our dear good friends at U Stadium brought up a report saying that the Packers could move on from Aaron Rodgers and the Jets could call. What say you, Jet fans? Do you sell the farm for Aaron Rodgers? Because either way, the Packers are fucked here. You either are stuck with a quarterback who has no weapons, realistically, no number one receiver, realistically speaking. Christian Watkins, so who gives a fuck? Randall Cobb is 35 years old. Alan Lazard is meh, to say the least. And you got barely any tight ends. And this is what you get. So if you're the Packers, do you dare call the Jets and say, hey, give us 2 first-round picks, give us 2 seconds, give us 2 first, 2 seconds, and a 4th-round pick, and we'll give you Aaron Rodgers? Do the Jets say no? Realistically, do the Jets say no here? I want to hear the chat, whoever's here, so I can do the Jets say no? So I can realistically get you guys' thoughts. Or you can tweet us at Time to BS Podcast. Get your thoughts. What do you think? Do you think that the Jets could go all in on Aaron Rodgers or Derek Carr? Either way, they're in need of a quarterback again. So I don't know, guys. I mean, let me know what you guys think. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll see you guys in a couple minutes. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Time to BS with Daniel Smooth. I'm very curious to see what you guys think of the Royal Rumble this coming January. If you guys are wrestling fans, at least. If you're wrestling fans, by all means, who do you think is going to win the Royal Rumble? Who do you think is going to enter? Who do you think is going to win the whole thing? I don't know. I don't know what to think of this here, but my prediction will remain the same. Cody Rhodes is going to win the Royal Rumble in San Antonio. this January. He's going to return at the Rumble. He's going to win the Rumble. And Sami Zayn's going to win the Elimination Chamber match in Montreal a few weeks later. In Montreal, by the way. His hometown. Roman Reigns will defend both world titles on both nights of WrestleMania 39. That is my prediction. That is what I think will happen. But if I had to pick, let's say I'll just pick 10 wrestlers to enter the Rumble. AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, Gunther. I still think Walter. Sheamus. Not Sami Zayn. Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, Cedric Alexander. God. Who else do I think? Karrion Kross. This Royal Rumble is going to be fun. Braun Strowman. I think this Royal Rumble will be interesting. I think Big E returns to the Rumble. So we get to see him come back and reform the New Day. Speaking of the New Day, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods. So that's, 15 already? X-Pac. I think he comes back. In terms of the Legends department. I don't know about Randy Orton. Brock Lesnar. Yeah, Brock's going to enter the Rumble, I would assume. Mustafa Ali. I think he enters. Johnny Gargano. The Miz. I still think Cody Rhodes wins the whole thing. I mean, he's got everyone behind him. He's got literally everyone screaming. And I mean screaming for him to win the Undisputed title. I don't think he wins the Undisputed title, but I think he wins one of the world titles. Did I say McIntyre already? I'm not sure. I think I did. Not 100% sure, but I think I did. We shall see when I do clip this whole thing. But yeah, I think the final two, Edge, I think Edge comes back, Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor, Damian Priest. I think the entire Judgment Day, except for Rhea Ripley. That'd be cool, though, if Rhea Ripley did it, if she entered the Men's Royal Rumble. That'd be fucking awesome. Me personally, at least, that'd be cool. That'd be really cool. In terms of the wrestling department, we're starting to see AEW turn more into TNA every day. And I don't mean the glory days of TNA from like 2002 to like 2009. I'm talking like when Hulk Hogan and Erica Bischoff joined the organization. That. When Ric Flair returned and came out of retirement to join TNA. That TNA. We're starting to see more become like that each and every day. And it's a shame. It's a shame because AEW had so much promise. And they start bringing guys in, like, granted, Samoa Joe was a well-deserved option. But Adam Cole, Bryan Danielson, they start bringing guys like Keith Lee, who should never have been fired from WWE in the first place. We're starting to see guys, be let go or not happy with their position. Cody Rhodes is the prime example. William Regal is the other one. We're starting to see Miro, formerly Rusev. We're starting to see Miro slash Rusev be unhappy. We saw Malachi Black be unhappy. Adam Cole is a WWE champion that should have been WWE champion. He's that fucking good. And it's a shame that the Vince McMahon regime didn't see anything with Adam Cole. It's a shocker to me. Me personally, at least. So, what else? I don't know, guys. I mean, I'm getting sick. I'm getting more and more sick of Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett! Fucking Jeff Jarrett is in AEW. And the TNA version of Jeff Jarrett, too, for that matter. With his theme from TNA. Jay Lethal, for God's sakes. I mean, granted, we have one of AEW's own, and MJF win the world title. But still, for God's sakes. I don't know, guys. I've started to slowly but surely get sick of AEW. I'll watch it still. I'll watch it if it's on. I still love my guys. The Iron Savages, formerly Bear Country. You know, MJF, I love him. Best heel in the business by far. But that's just me personally, at least. So, we'll close out the show with some Seahawks talk. So, we'll be right back, guys. And we're back. Third and final time for the day. The 7-8 Seattle Seahawks. I don't know what to think of this team right now. They just lost a pretty shitty and winnable game in Kansas City. If they had an offense, this game would be closer. me personally at least, they're not making the playoffs. I've made that clear. I'm making that clear. They are not making the playoffs. And it's pretty understandable at this point that they are not going to make the playoffs. So, if you want to place your bets and say who's making the playoffs in the NFC, I will tell you it's going to be Philadelphia. Well, Philadelphia, Minnesota, and San Francisco are in. So are the Cowboys. The Giants are going to make it. My only hope right now is that they make the 7th seed. That's my hope. But they need to run the table. They need to beat the Jets at home, and they need to beat the Rams at home. That's it. That's literally it. And then they're in the playoffs. So, again, we will see what happens, but I don't think they make it because Washington right now looks really good. Washington looks pretty good. So, I mean, if Washington loses once, then it's fair game. Fair game at this point. So, again, I have no idea what's going to happen. But this is one of those moments of we shall see. All right, so we got a couple minutes left, so I might as well just talk to you about some things. This is, I think it's my first drink since Thanksgiving. But I've been under a lot of stress as of late, for more ways than one. So, I've been very, very, very overwhelmed. Really overwhelmed. And in more ways than one, it's starting to really take over me. But I'm not going to let that happen because I don't need it to let that happen. And I'm doing good. I'm keeping myself, above water in terms of my mental sake because I need it to be. So, I will say that this podcasting job that I have now, it's definitely going to help me get more and more shows off the board. And with the live streaming factor of it too, I can really screw around and have some fun. So, from the bottom of my heart to the base of my soul, thank you to all of you for being with me on this crazy fucking journey that has led me to here. 160 plus episodes, and you've continuously supported this show through and through. People have tried to take me down. People have tried to take the entire show down. Not letting that happen. Because this is what I love to do. I love to do this stuff. So, double middle fingers to you. To all of you who continuously doubt this journey that this show has been on for almost 4 years. Actually going on 5 years. So, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for continually supporting us on this journey. That'll do it for us. This is Daniel Smooth coming to you live from the lovely beaches of Long Island, New York. This is episode 160 of Time to BS, signing off. And I will see you in this life or the next one. Have a good one, guys.